Hi everybody, it's Cindy from Ideas Times 2. Welcome back to our channel. I have a flip through for you today of these 4 journals, and don't worry, I'm not going to flip through every page of every one of them, but I want to share them with you today. And I know Betsy just did a flip through the other day of a beautiful journal that she just completed and put in our Etsy shop. And normally we don't do flip throughs back to back, but that's just how it worked out this time. But I will be back at the end of the week, maybe Saturday, with a tutorial ideas kind of video. But today I wanted to share these 4 journals. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to flip through all of them individually, but I will show you some of the components of each of them. And I made them using old books, obviously, but they're all, this one's a dictionary, this one is a grammar book, etc. And I'm an English teacher, so these are all books kind of related to my day job. And I thought they would be fun journals, just leaving the covers as is, because these covers are beautiful in their worn state, and you can tell they've been used. And you know, what English teacher doesn't appreciate it when the dictionary actually has got worn corners because people have used it so much. So I will show, because they're different, the covers are all different, and that I'm going to show them individually. So I'm going to move these off to the side and start with this one. This is the biggest of the journals and has 4 signatures that, as you can see, I've sewn directly into the spine. And this is from an old Webster's American Dictionary, and you can see there's, you know, it's worn on the spine, the corners are worn, which to me is lovely. It's this beautiful red, and the closure is just elastic and has says garden on it. It's not a garden journal or botanical, it's just a naked journal that I've not embellished at all, but is full of all different kinds of papers. The spine on this one has been reinforced with cheesecloth and linen, 2 pieces of linen actually, so it's pretty well, you know, I was a little worried about how worn it was here, so I really reinforced it on the inside. The 4 signatures are all very similar, with book pages, coffee stained paper. It's a dictionary page, actually a page from this book. There's some lined coffee stained paper, some short pages, coffee stained doily, some parchment paper, an envelope, this might be avocado stained, I don't remember, it's very, very pale. Now you can see all kinds of papers, some pages from kits that I just had left over from other projects, and I was trying to take things out of my scrap bin, and you can't tell, it doesn't look like it at all. But this also has a couple of really rusty paper clips, and this one has a really cute strawberry charm on there. And the rest of the signatures, very similar, map pages, short pages, doilies, more botanical stained papers. This one I think is mulberry. But I left it naked, so you can use it as a journal or art journal, or embellish it yourself. It's got an envelope that I've just clipped in here with another rusty paper clip. And so, you know, everything you could imagine. Oh, the paper bag, just a word about the paper bag. I put it in here sideways. You can slip things in this way. But on the other end, I left it closed, so that you can decide yourself if you want to purchase one, whether you want to slit it at the top or on the side. to use as another pocket. Book page, and a little bit of everything. In the back, there is a little ephemera folder, and with this one, I have a little pocket here in the front with some tickets, and on the inside, it's got some tags, some blank tags, some paper cut-offs, and that kind of stuff for you to use to embellish your journal. And behind, I left it open here in the back, and behind there there's a book page and some more cut-offs, a number, of cut-offs back there. So each of these journals is very similar, whoops, upside down, on the inside. And the elastic closure is snug enough that it will keep the book closed, but loose enough that as you add things to your journal, it will expand. So here's the dictionary, the red dictionary. I love this one. It's my favorite, I think. Of course, I may say that again because I like all of them. Here's an old Norton anthology of poetry. Every English major probably has a copy of an edition of the Norton anthology of something, American lit, British lit poetry. My anthologies from college are all paperback, and so I don't know how old this one is. I forgot, but its closure says joy. 3 signatures sewn directly into the spine, and here's its little charm. They all have a charm. And this one, the spine has been reinforced with canvas and cheesecloth. And the 3 signatures this one is bigger. This one I think is 10 inches tall, 9.5. So it's nice and tall. It's a little thinner, 5.5 inches. And the spine is just under 2 inches or thereabouts. And the coffee stained paper, the plain coffee stained paper, is a nice heavier weight, a 60-pound. There's some lined paper, tracing paper, some short pages, and cannot remember what I dyed this one with, or even if I did dye this one. My sister Sue maybe dyed that one. Some book pages. This is some gorgeous wrapping paper that I couldn't resist putting in there. Here's some beet stained book page, etc. The little charm in this one is glass beads, and the paper clips are also rusted. And another one with some ephemera cards. You can see the insides are pretty similar in their content to the other one. Isn't that cute? And this one, as they all do, they're all very similar. Has an ephemera folder in the back, and this one has blank tags, like the other one, some cutoffs, and in the back behind it are an Edith Holden book page, some cutoffs, some larger pieces go there in the back. So this one is Joy, the poetry anthology. This little one, this one is so cute. 5 inches wide, 7.5 inches tall. The spine is just under 2 inches, and the closure says book, as you can see. And the 3 signatures are sewn directly into the side. This is a grammar book, Modern English Usage. And and the spine is very worn on this one, and I think this is sun damage. So it's just faded the spine compared to the cover. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think you can see that pretty well. That is sun damage. But the spine has been reinforced with canvas, a nice heavy canvas, and cheesecloth. And the 3 signatures have very similar items as the other pages, or as the other books I already showed you. The paper bag, just like in the other one, I didn't cut open the end, so you can decide which way you would rather have it. So this one has some bling that matches the closure, just some glass beads again. And the ephemera folder in the back has a Velcro closure and blank tags, cut-offs like the other ones. Also has an Edith Holden page, they all do, with cut-offs in larger pieces tucked behind it. So that's the third, and then the last one is a pretty little green book. This one is a botany book. I can't remember. This one was pretty old, early 20th century. Closure says nature. It has some beautiful glass beads in green on there. The spine on this one has been reinforced with linen, and 2 pieces of linen and cheesecloth, and lots of interesting papers, dyed papers, coffee stained. This one is beat. Book pages, etc. Short pages here. The charm is green glass beads to match the closure. Some pages from a kit that I just had left over. This one has an envelope. So lots of fun stuff in here. And here's the ephemera folder for this one, or folio. It's more like a folio. A little bit of everything. I should put a... Oh, I take that back. The tag, this one does have tags. I put them in here. Some blank tags, and Edith Holden book page, and some cut-offs, or offcuts. So these are the journals. So besides the journal, I'm going to throw in a bag of ephemera, and they're not all exactly the same, but they're pretty close. So each of them will get a bag with some butterflies and flowers, some note cards, they're half index cards, playing cards, stamps. Here's a divider. They all have a divider from a vintage file folder, some vintage bingo cards, vocabulary cards, and they're completely random. I literally just took them out of the box, so I don't know how appropriate I literally haven't looked. Some file, or Rolodex cards. I believe those are vintage as well. Here's an inked index card, some library card catalog cards, an ex libris, an envelope, and some random pages I took out of Reader's Digest books. So a little bit of everything to help you kind of embellish your blank journal. And then of course the paper bag itself is adorable. So That's what I have for today, these beautiful books that will all be available. Did I measure this one? This one was 5.5 by 8.5 by 1.25. So I think they all turned out super cute, and you can find these in our Etsy shop. So thank you so much for joining me today, and look for a tutorial ideas journal video this weekend, and I will see you later. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Check out our Etsy shop, join our Facebook page. You know the drill, right? You'll find the information all down below. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.